Yeah, many things, because as a coach, I started very young to be a coach. In Stuttgart, I worked 10 years. So I grew up football-wise in this club. I trained every youth team there, from the small kids till under 17. And I think that a coach is always improving. You must improve. If you stop to improve, if you stop watching the benchmark, you stop being a good coach, I think. Yeah, Stuttgart is always tough to play, especially in Stuttgart. The stadium is fantastic. Here at home, I think that we need everything. We need a high working rate tomorrow, very high. We need our supporters. We need a full stadium. Every single voice is very important. Yeah, I think that many games we play with Kerem, always. Kerem Aktürkoğlu is always playing. Enesiri normally is always playing. Ismail normally is always playing. Nene is a lot of times playing. Milan is always playing. Ederson, if he's fit, is always playing. Oosterwolde is always playing. Semedo, if he's fit, is always playing. And then, of course, you have games. Semedo is injured. Ederson is injured. You must change, but we give also Alvarez, many times he's playing. So, we try to give trust. But in some circumstances, especially when you play 3 games in a row into 6-7 days, sometimes also a player is coming and say, "Coach, the next game I'm out. I feel something." What you do then? You must push him inside. But I think if you see, especially the last 4 or 5 games, we always try to put the same 7 players inside. So for me, but I got this question already 3-4 times. For me, to change 2-3 players is absolutely normal, But we have to look to the stability that we try to bring. And 7-8 players is not a small number, I think.
Yes, of course. As you say, so many experienced players into the squad. But I think tomorrow we need to show that. We need to show the experience. We need to show character to play this kind of players, because it's always, these nights are different. It gives to the team and to the fans like a special feeling. So you say good. We have a very good squad with young players, with experienced players. But I think it's a good moment to show and to keep show ourselves that we can do good things and we can achieve good things. I think we need a leadership tomorrow and experienced players tomorrow.
A really good team is flexible. Because sometimes in some periods you can press high. In some others you must stay deep. But you also need to know how to defend deep. That this flexibility, if you watch the big teams, they need it. Because if you play big team against big team, also one big team can, get you deep easily. Stuttgart is a team that is used to have a lot of possession. Now the last game, for example, they won 3-0 in Wolfsburg. They dominate completely the game, And they are third in the Bundesliga, So for me, they did especially the last 3 years with this coach, a really good job, really good step forwards. And there you see when, if a coach is working 3 years in a club, what he can build. And that's why I think you need both, and it will depend. Yeah, important is the result at the end, believe me, because I saw teams, they have 20% of possession, but they win these games, especially if we speak about tomorrow, this kind of big games. Statistics, I tell you how I use them. First I watch the game, first I watch the video, the quality, let's say. And if I see something and I want to show to the team or to my staff, then I search the data. If you do the other way around, you have always problems because numbers can always lie, I make you one example. One time we wanted to scout a central defender and we had 2 possibilities. One central defender was running the whole game like 12 kilometers, high intensity runs, sprints, and the other had the half of the values. So if you just watch the data, you must go for number 1. But number 2 was was smart, you know. He was always in the right positioning. He dropped early, so you don't have probably to take a sprint of 30 meters, but just 5 meters. So just going through the data is very dangerous.
Okay, it's not like affecting you, like in your normal day or in your life day. But the truth is, and it's the first time that I experienced this, like, there's so many things around, there's so many noise around Fenerbahçe, and it's normal because it's a big club. But in other side, I think, and we speak inside, that sometimes we need to forget that because there's so many noise around that the thing is, and the fact here is that we want to play. We want to enjoy your time playing, showing to ourselves that we can do, of course, with the responsibility because we know how important is this team for the people. But yeah, sometimes can be a lot of noise, that unnecessary noise, because to be honest with you, we just want to improve. We just want to enjoy our time and to show the people their love back. And yeah, I think inside we need to control that, but I think we are in the really good way to make this happen.
About John Duran, we will see from day to day because it's very difficult to say he will be 100% fit for this in this period or for this in this game. We will see. Now he's training partly with the team already. We will see. We will see. But we hope very, very soon. This is the target. The second question, yeah, of course you see my idea of football. This is intensive, very intensive. So independent was what was before my time. I can't speak, and I don't want to speak about my time. I'm here since 6 weeks, and I just can judge these 6 weeks, these teams, these guys, these players. They do everything, every training session. They are hungry, really hungry. And this is the most important thing for me. You know, I see that what we train, what we show in the video, what we speak individually, they always try to put on the pitch. And this is very important. Then I'm already happy, 60%. If the performance is good, if we win, of course, it's even better. For me, the national break was 50-50 because, of course, it depends. Players, if they go to the national team and they play, it's also a way to get fitness, game fitness. Others, they went, but they didn't play. Then, of course, is the worst case scenario, let's say. But the guys that stood here, Eddie is one of those guys that stood with me here 2 weeks. They worked a lot. They worked good, and we have the feeling that you can do something. It's just 2 weeks. It's not 5 or 6 weeks. But at least what we can do, we try to improve, but not just physically, also tactically, technically. Everything what we can do, we do day and night together with my staff.